Sports Center now.
And welcome to Sports Center. Let's get right to it. Corey and Dan with you. Dan, they were 5 seconds away from being done against Russia on Monday night. Team Canada had a chance to seal the deal at the World Juniors.
And the entire country watching this. Canada. They pulled out that miracle against the Russians to get to this point and go for their 5th straight gold in front of a sold-out crowd. Sweden looking to exact a bit of revenge for a crushing overtime defeat 12 months ago. So it's a rematch of the gold medal game from last year.
For the Swedes all the way
Very first shift, Angelo Esposito, big hit down low, forces a turnover. Christina Minico stopped. Now watch after the whistle. John Tavares, he gets knocked down, giving a man advantage to the best power play unit in the tournament.
Play Markstrom down. They whack away and Markstrom still down. They score! PK Subban!
38 seconds in, the Canadians crack the scoreboard first. Huge goal. Canadians send 3 across the line. Therese Cormier hits the Swedish defender in a Jakob Markstrom, who does his best flop. May have oversold it. He was a big part of this game, though. Canadians with a power play. Tyler Ennis gets a glorious chance, inches away from making it 2-0. Canadians refusing to let up. Zach Boychuk feeds Cody Hodgson. Spotlight goes on, but it didn't go in. Team Canada. And shaky starts in this tournament, but Canada absolutely relentless in a great opening period, leading the gold medal game after 1. Stephen Harper, a bundle of nerves. Troops in Kandahar watching, and in the presence of Dana Tyrell, who couldn't play for Canada because of a knee injury. 3 minutes into the second, Esposito, he had a ton of energy in this game, chasing after the puck, collides with Markstrom. Victor Hedman goes after Esposito. There was no penalty called on the play.
And Hedman's throwing punches. The temperature ratchets up a couple more degrees.
It's on now. It's on now big time.
Minutes later.
Now Esposito trying to center it. Rundblad lost his stick. Esposito scores! Angelo Esposito!
Esposito's best game of the tournament taking place tonight because a little
great move, great goal. Canadians out front 2-0. The physical play ramped up to another level. Cormier gets called for roughing on the delayed penalty. Markstrom tries leaving the net. Now watch Stefan De La Rovere runs him over. The Canadians all over the Swedish netminder after the bunk. Markstrom goes after De La Rovere at center ice. Both players get offsetting minors. Markstrom, as I mentioned, a big part of this game. David Rundblad cuts him behind the D. Dustin Tokarski covers up. Judging by his reaction to the pileup, Thomas Hickey looks to have his finger bit. No call is made. Very late in the period, Tokarski gets snowed and bumped by David Ullstrom. That brings a crowd. Sweden and Canada turning into a good rivalry late in the period. Michael Backlund called for interference. Canadians get a power play to start the third. And with Backlund in the box.
Michael Backlund's turn to sit. Again, having a look, being shadowed by Gustafsson. And this is Hodgson. Hodgson shoots, goal!
Canada's power play, unstoppable. Hodgson rips his 4th. Canadians beginning to run away with it. Oscar Moeller has a chance on the power play. Tokarski sprawls, manages to get a glove on it, keeping it out. Joachim Anderson fires one on goal, beats Tokarski short side. Went off Thomas Hickey's sticking in, so the lead is cut to 2. We got a game. Swedes pull Markstrom with under 2 minutes to go, trying to get it close. But the hero from the semis, Jordan Eberle, with the dagger, sealing it for Canada.
And in Canada's capital, they'll count down to 5. Canada rules in Ottawa, World Junior champions for a 5th straight year.
Team Canada gets it done against Sweden on home ice. 5 in a row, but that sight just never gets old. Team Canada's medaled in 11 straight tournaments. Here's something interesting. Cody Hodgson finishes with the tournament lead in scoring with 16 points, one ahead of John Tavares, who finished second, and Jordan Eberle, who finished third with 13 points. They win gold, so let the hijinks begin.
Feel it, John! Feel it!
The Subinator strikes.
Hey, John, feel it!
Oh, man.
Well, it was Legion last year, and your turn
I will
this
give you
year.
a kiss, Seaball, so don't worry.
You know, he was pulling my leg the whole time, and
I almost passed out. I was screaming so loud. I was so happy. So it was an unbelievable feeling, and you know, it's one I'll never forget.
There's a lot of proud kids in there that worked hard and deserved a good result that they got. They became a good team and overcome some things that there were some questions on, and they became a very good team.
We battled through so much adversity. I mean, you look at last year, we lost a game in the round robin, and this year, you know, almost losing to Russia with 5 seconds left, we would have been out of it, and we would have been, you know, sitting here today competing for a bronze. But to see Eberle and all these great players step up with huge plays and save our best game for last was great, and I'm just lucky to be a part of it.
So Team Canada ties their own record with their 5th straight gold medal. Their previous 5-time run was from 1993 to 97. Cody Hodgson, John Tavares, and Jordan Eberle finished 1, 2, 3 in tournament scoring. Tavares finishes tied for the tournament lead with 8 goals. With more, here's James Duthie in Ottawa.
Thank you. Yes, the red and white sweaters once again have some gold trim as Canada wins a record-tying 15th gold medal at the World Juniors. This time there was no huge comeback like they had against the USA. There was no last-second miracle like they had against Russia. No, this was just a solid 60-minute team effort, proving that they are definitely Golden Boys. Brent Wallace has the details.
They are Canada's Golden Boys once again. In a game full of emotion, Team Canada lays claim to its 5th straight gold medal with a dominating performance over Team Sweden. If there wasn't a rivalry between these two nations before, there should most certainly be one now. Tempers flared as both sides ran at one another all night.
It was just a fun game to be in. The intensity, guys were wired up, and I mean the crowd obviously gets you pretty excited. And you know, it was a good, hard match. It almost felt like we were in the WHL again.
For Dustin Tokarski, it was vindication. The Canadian goalie had his play questioned of late, but in the biggest game of his life, he was simply outstanding. The Saskatchewan native made several game-saving stops among his 39-save performance.
It feels great. I mean, I knew I had to be better tonight. For the guys, they've battled all tournament long to help us keep winning, and I thought I'd try and do my part tonight and put a solid effort out.
He played unbelievable. I mean, he had some shaky starts, and I think he knew that he did have the shaky starts, and you know he fought back in those games. But you know, he always seems like a big game player.
Tokarski was also the benefit of some strong defensive work by his teammates, particularly on the penalty kill. Led by towering defenseman Tyler Myers on the back end, with Cody Hodgson and Jordan Eberle up front, Canada killed all 7 shorthanded situations.
I was happy with the way I played, you know, especially on the penalty kill, and you know, also playing with Keith Ollie. Him and I, you know, had really good chemistry, and it was, you know, all 22 guys. Their effort was just flawless tonight.
We were able to fight back with the PK, and you know, we definitely, it was almost like every time they got a PK, we didn't even lose the momentum, we just kept it.
This World Junior became a coronation for John Tavares. He proved that on the world stage, he was world class, named tournament MVP. Tavares had a tournament-leading 8 goals and finished second in points with 15.
Anytime you put on this logo and you're playing for your country, you know, it's amazing, and you want to give anything but your best, and you want to give it 100% mentally and physically.
While it's unlikely that John Tavares will return for next year's event, Canada could have as many as 10 returning players as it looks to run its record medal haul to 6 straight gold medals. And once again, Team Canada will have a complete nation backing it, as next year's event is being held in Saskatoon.